Hello, my name is Johnny Coyne, and I'm doing a PhD in Business, Enterprise and Community Development. Here in the Letterfry campus, it's run through Equal Ireland and Athlone IT. This module is called Communities Creating Jobs. It's a part of community development, and my lecturer is Ivan McPhillips. And it's really highlighting the assets and opportunities of our parish. And Communities Creating Jobs is an initiative set up by the GAA to try and help curb the big mass exodus of immigration which our country has suffered in the last number of years. In the 2016 census in our parish had 2,172 residents. And during one of my lectures with Ivan, I mentioned to him that in the last 10 years, 45 young people that had played championship football for our local GAA club, Rinville, had now emigrated. And he was very alarmed to hear this, and he informed me of what the GAA were trying to do and try and get local people together, put their ideas on the table and try and get 10 jobs locally over the next 5 years. This 10 jobs will be the same as 1,000 jobs in Galway, or a big city like that. So it was very vital, and I was asked to organise a meeting between local people and local community development people and business people to try and just throw our ideas out along with the GAA club. So I did this, and we had a few very fruitful meetings, and there was loads of ideas through it, and this is now ongoing, and there's been some super results out of it, and we hope to get something started up in the not too distant future through the initiative of the Communities Creating Jobs, which was I suppose started by the GAA, because GAA clubs were suffering throughout Ireland, along with the local schools and the small businesses and shops. There's a photograph there of our Rinville GAA football team in 2011. They won the Westport final, and they were in a county final, and many of them have now left. Very few of them are playing with the local club, but I'll highlight this later on in my presentation. Next slide is about employment, and our main industry here is tourism. So the Wild Atlantic Way has been a major asset to our area. It has limited the tourist season considerably, but still employment is very seasonal. One of the main employers would be Kylemore Abbey, which in the summer season employ over 100 people, which is super for our area. Rinville House Hotel and the 4 other hotels locally all employ a lot of people, but again it's mainly seasonal. We have no main industry to keep full-time employment, so once September comes in, things are very quiet, and the employment scene again until the early spring. So employment mainly tourism, but very seasonal. Through my audit for our parish, I went through the assets we have to offer, and I suppose being tourism being one of the main industries, scenery has to be this superb walkways, mountains, cycle areas. The Wild Atlantic Way has proved very beneficial, and the amount of people that come to visit our area throughout the year and stay locally and short holidays and rent houses or bed and breakfast in the hostels, the superb accommodation and pubs where the super food and accommodation is to a very high standard. Another asset we have, of course, would be the Furniture College across the road, which is part of the GMIT campus, where over 200 students study there. It's the only college of its kind in the country, and all those students have to sleep somewhere, so a lot of rented accommodation, which is very, very beneficial to a lot of people locally in the quiet season, when the tourists aren't around. They also have to eat and spend a few quid in the shops and pubs, and everything helps. Again, Kylemore Abbey would be one of the main attractions in our area, and of course it's one of the top 5 tourist attractions in Ireland. With its Victorian walled gardens, its wonderful walkways, its Marconi restaurant, and the Kylemore Abbey itself, attracts numerous busloads of people and cars every day of the summer. 3 car parks are full. There could be a couple of thousand people there every day, and they all spend a few pounds, and it's brilliant. Like tourists come from, tourists from America, England and the continent to view Kylemore Abbey, and it really highlights the beautiful place we live in. We also have numerous sports clubs, big asset to the area. Our local GA club, even though it's been hit with unemployment and immigration, it's still there and offers a vital service and an asset to the area. Plus the soccer club, judo club, karate, equestrian. There's the ladies football club, the Grand Wales. So there's loads to do sporting wise in our area. The Rimlock Kyoth is another major asset which highlights our history in traditional Irish music, song and dance. And in Tully Village, 2 miles down the road, they have a building called the Chockle. Twice a week during the summer months, they highlight the depth of talent we have in the area in Irish music, song and dance. And this can also be viewed in all the local pubs, where there's sessions on nearly every night of summer months to highlight numerous All-Ireland winners in Seamus dancing, in all musical instruments, and singing and dancing, of course. We've some world champion dancer in the locality who was #1 in the World Irish Dancing Championship last year, James O'Farrell, and plus numerous other award winners. We're also very indebted with a lot of local knowledgeable historians and business people, and I really realised this when I held the first meeting for the CCJ, when the amount of people that are willing to throw their ideas out on the table and their expertise to try and get jobs in the local area. So, a lot of talented local people from all walks of life in different fields, from business to construction to community development. They're all there on hand to help us. It's just a matter of getting something up and running. Where you have advantages, of course, you have disadvantages, and one of the main disadvantages of our parish would be the lack of industry or full-time employment to keep people in the locality. As I've highlighted before, most of the employment, apart from a small number employed through construction, most of the employment is seasonal. So there's only one small factory in the parish, and that only employs 5 or 6 people. So it's not enough really to help sustain, or to keep all the local people. We also have another enterprise down in Tully Village called Grindwild Fisheries, and they employ about 10 people where the business imports frozen fish in from the continent and distributes all around Ireland, and they have about 10 people working, which is brilliant. But with no major factories, and we need something like that to give full-time employment and a proper wage. The lack of proper broadband in the area is another major disadvantage. When we had meetings with CCJ, and a few people inquired about setting up here, the first question they always ask is broadband. How is it? Now it is improving, and it has improved greatly in the village of Letterfrack in the last year. So hopefully that will expand to all of North Connemara and our parish. because it makes it so much easier and is a necessity these days. A disadvantage, of course, will be no enterprise centre where someone can know the units for rent, where someone with a startup idea or a business can go in and rent the premises, which is vital in the area. And if we could get one of those in the locality, it would help, definitely, and we want to entice people maybe to set up a workshop. Definitely. The very poor road network from Galway, the N59, which has been highlighted a lot in the news lately. You know, it's the road from Galway to Letterfrack is in a terrible state, and it's definitely a disadvantage. You know, and it puts off people from coming out here maybe. It's hopefully that will be sorted out in the next while and works. We don't know that to improve. There's no real opportunities in our area for young people. Once they finish college, stay. They all head off, either immigrate or go to Galway, Limerick or Dublin or other cities or major towns. You know, and that is because there's no employment. Seasonal is no good when you're qualified from college. You can't be hanging around waiting for something to happen. You need employment, and unfortunately there's no proper industry here to try and keep those young people in the locality. Next slide is what do we want for our parish. You know what we really want for our parish is good, sustainable jobs. You know, where a family can settle down and make a living. You know, we want improved broadband service. We want better roads. Again, including the upgrading of the M59 from Letterfrack, Clifton to Galway is vital. We need a local enterprise centre. Again, as stated previously, where if someone is interested in setting up a business, they can approach the business people involved in the enterprise centre, you know, to rent out these premises at a reasonable rate and help them get set up. And one of the major problems around here is planning permission. You know, what we really want is an easing the planning permission laws. Because you can see it's very difficult for young families now to build a house here, to get planning permission. There's so many rules and regulations, and as a result of that, the local schools are suffering dramatically. So therefore, people won't stay here. The council are encouraging people to move to the towns and villages, and it's taking people away from the rural areas. You know, you either have to be from the area or to be working in the area to have a connection to get planning permission. Even then, they put you through all different routes. So an easy planning permission regulation would definitely be of a great advantage to get people to stay in our locality. I'd just like to conclude by, I have two photographs up here of two football teams, our local GA teams. First picture on the left is the one of our county finals in 2011. It's only 5 years ago. They were our last team to win anything. We won the Westport and moved on to playing a county final where we were unlucky to lose that. But I've just outlined starting 15 players on that team. Where are they now? Where are they now in 2016? 4 of them are in the UK, 4 are in different parts of Ireland, either Galway, Dublin, etc. 3 of them are in America, 1 is in Canada, and 3 are local. And they're only working seasonal or part-time. So out of the 15 that started our county final, 12 of them have moved out of the area. 8 of them have immigrated. There's only 3 local at the moment, none of them in full-time employment. And that's really what the CCJ is going to try and help and work on that. Other picture on the right, it's our under 12 team who were in Croke Park on a day out in 2013. And our main question is, that under 12s, some of them now are 14 and 15. And my big question is, where will they be in 10 years' time, in 2023? How many of them will be playing for a local GAA club, living and working in our area? Hopefully, they will all be here. And it won't be like the county finals in 2011, where nearly all of them are gone away. Thank you very much for listening to me and my presentation on communities creating jobs. My name is Johnny Kine, and thank you very, very much.